Quick. Ready on?
Yeah. Hi, guys. We'll get started in just a second. Oh, you're not live.
Or not?
We're not live. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Raechel Kuehn. I am the sales manager and Somm here at Penswoods Winery. Thank you so much for joining us live here at our tasting room. I'm here with Davide Creato. He is our Vineyards manager and winemaker. And our original plan was to be out in the vineyard, but of course it's raining, super windy and super cold. So we are in our little tasting room today, chilling on the couch, and hopefully next time, definitely next time, if the weather cooperates, we'll be able to kind of come at you from the vineyard and show you around and do a few things. Oops, sorry. Trying to log in here so I can see your comments. So basically what we're going to do is going to chat a little bit today, kind of what's going on in the vineyard, definitely some things happened last night, kind of what's happening in our winery, what's cellaring right now, and if you have any questions, just pop them up on there and we will kind of answer as we go. So we are just kicking off our 2020 vintage, and Davide, can you tell us like a little bit about what you've been up to, cover crops, pruning, all that?
Yeah, sure. Well, thank you everyone to be online and share this time with our team. We came this morning at the vineyard to really realize that we lost a little bit of Chardonnay because last night we got a little bit too cold for those young buds, but everything is under 2-3%, so we're all good. The vineyards started waking up now. All the pruning has been done. We finished pruning in the month of February, and everything was tied down. But by the middle of February, we planted the cover crops in February, and they're coming out now. They're about 2-3 inches tall. They're going to be the green that's going to be in the vineyard for the next 3-4 months. So they're going to take over the soil just all around the vines and keep the environment healthy for this year. We're very excited about the 2020 vintage because we're coming in, very happy from the 2019. It was a glorious vintage. We never saw this great quality and good quantity in the vineyard. And Raechel tastes a lot of the new wines, even the ones we didn't release yet. So.
Oh man, our new Vineyard we have coming out is so aromatic. Tons of florals, tons of fruit. I mean, you can just drink that thing through your nose. It's incredible.
Yes, the Vineyard is one of the wines that they come out so beautiful. We didn't have to do much to it. Was perfectly right. The nature collaborated 100% last year with us. Another good example of a great varietal Sauvignon Blanc. There's a lot of flavor, tons of potential, great acidity with a lot of ripe notes. It's beautiful. During the fermentation, we were very excited to feel the power of these wines. This year, the winery smelled so good. We find a lot of all our wines this year. They're going to be impeccable, great quality, and we're so excited, very excited.
Looks like we got some good friends tuning in. Gary, our friend who did the tasting for us at Old Westminster, is watching. Thank you for coming in. Miss Kimmy, we definitely can't wait till everyone's back out here to sit on the lawn too. Like, those are the days we live for. It's the heart and soul of our winery is really you guys coming out here and us being able to share that all with you. So we're super pumped for, this quarantine to be over and us to get back to normal. But But we are hoping you're joining us for a glass of wine. Please, like if you're drinking something and you want to know a little bit more about it, just pop in the comments. Right now, Davide has the Pinot Noir 2017. If you want to talk a little bit more about that, that grows at our vineyard. We have 2 vineyard sites. This one comes at our Sandy Hill vineyard.
So the Sandy Hill vineyard was planted and started planting in 2013. The characteristics of this site are very unique. The town where the vineyard sits is Parkersburg near Coatesville, and it's the old hill is called Sandy Hill because of the soil that is actually found there. This on top of this hill is all loamy sandy soil, very unique for this area. So Gino decided to plant Pinot Noir, and we're keeping planting Pinot Noir. That's so well up there. We have great result, and we can't wait to have a next vintage and see what this site can give us. So talking about the Pinot Noir, we have 4 clones planted in the site. We have 117, 115, 667, and Pomar clone. They're all performing very good in a different way, so we always try to vinify them separately and plant back together. 2017 wasn't that year because we decided to do co-fermentation of all the clones. It wasn't enough to come around, so we just decided to put it all in one tank and have one wine. Came out very very good. And this side is it comes in like roughly in the middle of September. Usually depend on the weather. But the thing that we like, they always retain a lot of acidity, and it's the power of this wine to have a good amount of flavor, great acidity, beautiful like fruity notes, and it's been like a beautiful path to follow these vines for these years. The fermentation is pretty generic. I mean, we don't do too much. We just try to work a lot in the vineyard and obtain like very clean, good quality grapes to have a good wine. So when we get the grapes in the wine, we do a little bit cold soaking for 2-3 days, and we let the fermentation just take place naturally, gradually. The temperature will start to raise, and the fermentation takes place for 5-6 days, followed by the malolactic fermentation. And we try to avoid long skin contact maceration for the Pinot Noir. So after the alcoholic fermentation, we go either straight to the press or just drip off all the wine and go into the barrel just right after.
Oh, hey, Mike Russo. We got the Russos here.
Oh, nice. Hey, Mike.
John Green. Looks like John Green's drinking the Proprietor Reserve, which is what I have right here. This one, the label's a little messed up, so of course we had to open it and drink it. You want to talk a little bit about the Proprietor? This is a brand new release. I think we just put it out, like a month ago here at the tasting room. This is 50% Cab, 40% Carmine, 10% Cabernet Franc, and kind of a fun little blend that you get to do every year. Just kind of mix it up and do something different.
Yes. So we love to do blends. Everybody knows the Meritage. When the year is perfect, we'll do a Meritage like we're gonna do in 2019. Just saying it. But whenever we don't feel like it's gonna be an Meritage, it's gonna be like kind of a little less powerful. We do Proprietor, which will be almost every year. The blend are all the reds that we farm in Pennswood Vineyard. So Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Carmine. So these 3 grapes, they always been blended together for years. But we had Carmine a few years ago, and we added to the blend to give a little bit more spice, that purple color, just a hint of like um, I don't know, just how you describe that. The Carmine always give the
It's a little more rustic.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
yeah, a little more rustic grape, more like earthy, grippiness, kind of fills out the body a little bit more.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah, and it's been kind of a challenge to grow Carmine here, but it's definitely has good purpose to have it in vineyard, and we're probably gonna always use for this blend. Uh,
Um,
yeah. And the Cabernet Franc is come from the same field where we get our Cabernet Franc Reserve, and same thing for the Cabernet Sauvignon. It's part of the Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve, so they're all premium quality grapes. And when we design the blend, they always benefit from each other's qualities, making like a great wine. Uh, the aging as in French barrel, usually second use barrels, just to don't overpower the wine with too much oak. It's one of the very fun wine to make. Actually,
looks like Lauren's asking, is Gruner coming back this year?
Well,
I
that's a
guess
good question.
never say never. But what are you thinking?
We don't grow Gruner, but the producer where we buy in Lehigh Valley, yes, Lehigh Valley. Maybe we'll have some for us. Depend how much you'll have, but we'll purchase a little bit if we decide to bring it back. I definitely love making Gruner. It's very good when it's come out from the winery, and it's great after 2 3 years of bottling. So I definitely missing making it, but we'll see. We'll see how the year goes, and
We really try to just focus on, we want to be like 100% estate grown. We are fully PA grown right now. And right now, I would say, like 85, 90% of what we do, we grow ourselves.
yes, that's right.
And anything that we do purchase is a PA grown grape. So Gruner being something we don't grow ourselves is kind of like, like so much of what you do. I mean, Davide is very unique in that he handles our vineyard as well as our winemaking, and so much of what happens here in the bottle is from what he does in the vineyard. So it's very important.
Yeah, we like to control the everything that will happen to the grapes. So being an outside producer, it's hard to just have much control to it. For now, we'll be finished blending the Sandial vineyard with more Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and of course Pinot Noir, and we'll be having like a total with the combined both vineyard 24 acres. So at that point, I will pretty much be able to don't buy grapes from outside. And in the next few years, we're going to finish to plant the vineyard in Chatsworth, the Pennsylvania vineyard, and probably we'll snake in a little bit of Gruner. Depend how this Gruner is gonna take flying or going how it's gonna go in the market.
Yeah. Speaking of expanding in the vineyard, I know a lot of question on people's minds is, what is spotted lanternfly looking for like this year? I know there's been a lot of problems in our friends' vineyards up north, and we saw some evidence of her making her way down last fall. But
Yes.
What are we looking at right now?
So we are seeing like a few egg masses on vines, on forests around the vineyard. The concern are real. I mean, the threat is right there. Uh, and we are gonna approach in the best way as possible, meaning that we don't want to overreact if we just see a few in the vineyard. But definitely, whenever the numbers they get above threshold, we have to take care of the situation. Right now, but the vineyard they didn't receive like heavy infestation because we prompt removed everything that could be a shelter for them. We're very careful what we transport back and forth from the two vineyards. So we're very aware of the situation. We're working with Penn State to better monitor this pest, and we got to live with it. Nature is good friend to have, so we're respectful of her, and we're gonna find a way out for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So just general stuff. I know how you've been spending your quarantine time, and says you're cooking up a storm.
Oh yeah. So what this quarantine has been a little weird time for us. It's this room like being this empty, and I don't see cars around the. I know this was very very sad, but we've been very busy taking care of the vineyard. Right now, I'm 95% vineyard manager, only 5% winemaker. Is like we're finished bottling most of the wine in the winery. We have only the Chardonnay to blend together and make the final blends. So we got our hands on plants now. We're planting the vineyard, officially planting the vineyard up in Sandy Hill. We have 5,600 plant of Pinot Noir coming in. I think 2,000 Cabernet Sauvignon, another 2,000 Cabernet Franc. So we're very busy with that. But next week is going to be a little rainy, so I'll take care of the Chardonnay. We're making the Chardonnay blends, and they look very good.
Oh,
very,
man.
very good.
I'm super pumped.
Yeah.
I feel like our Chardonnay just gets better and better every year. And the 2019 vintage, as you touched on earlier, was just incredible. So I'm pretty pumped. What is the Chardonnay looking like so far?
The Chardonnay this year, we had a little extra. No, I won't say extra production. We had a little bit more than usual. The varietal characteristics are very present. The oak impact is very minimum, just enough to make this Chardonnay buttery, but not that much. The percentage of sugar, we had like good amount of sugar in the grapes, so we're looking for 13.4, 13.6 percent of alcohol, so they're a little bit warmer than usual. We have a lot of peach, like dried apricot flavor, but still having a great acidity, which is key for make the wine that we're known for. Um, Great drinkability. They'll be released probably 4 months from now, I would say. And I'll be bottling this wine in a month. Uh, I'm excited that one. Yeah.
We'll keep you up to date on that for sure. It's going to be a bang little wine.
Yep.
Super, super pumped. Speaking of more new wines we have coming out, we just released to our club the new Sauvignon Blanc 2019, the new Rosé 2019, and we'll be releasing those to the public about in early May. So look out for those. There's some really, really lovely popular ones. I know a few of you are drinking the Rosé. I'm going to chat a bit about that. It's another super popular, super fun one to make as well.
Yes, yeah. So rosé is a the rosé that we make is a wine design that we really designed a few years ago. We started making it in a way that screamed rosé, screamed like unripe like red fruit, strawberries, all those nice flavor, a little citrus. So we decided to don't do Sanya anymore and just pick the right grapes in the right time. So we're looking at specific flavor that are achieved in the vineyard in specific time. So usually they'll be in the middle of September, maybe last week of September in some years, and the grapes they go straight to the press, extracting very gently for a long time, so without carrying a lot of solid, and carrying a lot of color. The fermentation is done in controlled temperature, very cold. for 10 to 15 days. And we do not do any barrel fermentation, so it's 100% still. And we're very careful how to protect all those flavors. So after the alcoholic fermentation, we rack the wine, another stainless steel tank. Um, Always be careful with, to expose this wine to oxygen, preserving all the flavor. We do gentle fining to be able to put it in a bottle without having deposit or strange thing happen to the wine. So it's bottled pretty quick, uh, 1 or 2 months at the most, and sits in the bottle for another month and a half and gets released. It's the focus that we have for this wine. It's just the date of picking and the taste of the grapes. I usually we taste the grapes the day before the morning that we pick for rosé. That one has been the key to make a screaming rosé wine.
Just out there eating all the grapes.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi Paula, hi Kathy. Looks like Chuck and Karen Fitzpatrick are watching. Thank you guys too for being so supportive. We really couldn't get through just general winery life, but especially right now without all of your support. And it really means so much to keep our little winery humming, especially during this time right now. So thank you guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
For those of you who are just popping in, we did plan on doing this live from the vineyard, but it's rainy and windy, and Davide doesn't really like that kind of weather, so he's like, we gotta be inside,
I spent all day outside. I didn't want to be another single second out there.
So high maintenance. But yeah, so if there's any more questions, let's see. We're enjoying the Chamberson. Chamberson is a very unique little grape. That's another one we don't grow ourselves, but it is fun to work. The color concentration on that is just crazy.
Yes, it is. We got a little bit Chamberson last year. I don't know if we're gonna release as a varietal yet. Um, it is a strange grape to work. We truly enjoy to try a few different things. We try to make a sweet Chamberson that we still figure out if we're gonna release it or just never release. It's a beautiful semi-sweet red, very good chilled in summertime, but we are not yet made the decision to release it or not. But
maybe we'll just drink it off.
Yeah, we'll just
drink
it. Yeah, we'll probably drink it.
Let us know.
But yeah, Chamberson is a great wine to have in a winery. I don't know about growing it, but it's definitely a champ in color, and it does give all the colors the first day after the crusher. There's tons of color, tons of color.
I keep getting up to read the comments because apparently I need glasses. I'm super blind. Kathy's asking, was there any frost this morning? We did touch on that earlier.
Yes.
We did lose a few buds.
Yeah, I woke up at 4 this morning, and the temperature here in Chatsworth was -3 Celsius, Fahrenheit, around 28, I guess.
28.
We didn't have any air movement, so it was pretty damaging for the Chardonnay. We're still talking about 2, 3, 4% of the buds are being damaged. They're basically drying off because they got freeze in the morning, and as soon as the temperature warmed up, they thawed, and the tissue they're being bruised, so they'll be not producing grapes. They're done.
So yeah.
So it's the early varietal like Chardonnay and Moscato on top of the hill. The Moscato d'Amburgo had little issues here and there, but we're still good. It's not going to impact the production drastically. We're seeing another cold day next Tuesday, I think, or the 21st, coming up. So we may have to take, measurement. We will, if it goes below 32, we have to come out and sprinkle the varietal that they can be damaged by the cold. So.
Some of our friends down in a little bit south, Virginia, Maryland, they've seen some bud break already. When do you think we're gonna go official?
So we're gonna see the first
Get your
few leaves.
predictions in.
Yeah, the few leaves that we're gonna see will probably be next week, and still we're gonna be a week and a half ahead of respect to last year.
Okay.
So finger crossed, everything's gonna be okay, and we're gonna have another great vintage.
I would drink it all.
Talk about the Chamberson.
Yeah. Let's see. Love all the wines from Penswoods. Cab Franc, Sauv Blanc for the white. Thank you for being open. Thanks for delivering. Yeah, we are, just wrapping up here. We are open every day, 11 to 4. You contact free curbside pickup. You call ahead. We put it out there. You just swoop in on it and roll out. We are doing free delivery within a 15-mile radius. So again, you order it over the phone, online, and we'll bring it to you. And then, of course, we have shipping, free shipping for a case, $15 flat rate. So we definitely got your wine fixed for you while the PLCB kind of figures out what they're doing. We definitely have you covered. And we are working on a fun little package for Mother's Day with a couple local vendors. So stay tuned for that. We should be announcing that in the next day or two. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be lovely. And I know all the mamas in quarantine definitely need to pick me up right now.
Yeah.
So, again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Raechel. This is Davide. We're at the tasting room, and hopefully next time we can be out in the actual vineyard when the weather cooperates and we can really show you what's going on out there. So, thanks again.
Thank you.
You guys have such a good night.
Yep, thanks. You're off.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, it's still going.